So who am I speaking with?
Hi, my name is Gaëtan Mourmant. I'm coming from France, Strasbourg University. And I've been studying IT entrepreneurship for the last 3 years.
And you were specifically looking at entrepreneurial epiphany, that moment that a person voluntarily chooses, hey, I no longer want to be at this job. I want to be starting my own thing. What was your theory and what did you prove?
Well, in fact, I interviewed 30 entrepreneurs and we were looking for the reason why they will leave their job. And while I was doing that, I realized that sometimes they have this kind of epiphanic moment where we will say, okay, now I'm done. And I wanted to know why this epiphanic moment would happen. So, for example, one of the entrepreneurs read a book on marketing. And then by reading this book on marketing, he then suddenly realized, hey, I have those skills. I think I can do this marketing thing. And therefore, he was able to say, well, I think I'm ready to start my business because I have enough marketing skills to do that.
Speaking of that, go over what were the three factors that you were looking at, which were probably the most relevant for that entrepreneurial epiphany.
I think we have five factors, but very quickly, I think probably the most important is to understand the game. So understand the game of the corporation, understand the game of the market rule, and see in which game do I think I can be the best at, or do I think I will have more passion or more pleasure, because that's two things that are very important when you want to start a business and quit an employee job. If you're not passionate about what we're going to do, and especially in IT field where everything is changing and moving very fast, I think that won't be enough. The other thing that we notice is, and that was interesting to see how people will have different strategy to reduce their risk or to reduce their perception of risk. Strategies such as having a very relevant social network of customer, of other IT people that can help them from time to time. So those type of strategy we studied are very interesting as well.
And what were, I mean, any other sort of final conclusions about the study? Like what you saw were, you know, this became the real key moment for Epiphany?
We're currently looking at the different events that could generate those type of epiphanies. And I think for someone who would like to start a company, the most difficult thing is just the very first step. As long as they make the very first step, they will have a better understanding of what is going on. And then one step will generate another step. And the more step you take, the more risk you reduce, the better you understand the game. And because of that, the more epiphany you may generate. So the more epiphanies you have, the more likely you will be closer to start your business, basically.
Excellent. So more steps to understanding, less risk, closer to the moment of epiphany, correct?
Yeah, I think this is a good synthesis of what could be useful for a future IT entrepreneur.